Democratic Congressman Jim, the Assistant Minority Leader, is with us now. Thank you very much, Mr. Leader. Our new poll tells us that Congress is at historic lows. We've never seen numbers like this before in terms of people being just fed up with the inability to get anything done. Yet that doesn't seem to be motivating real compromise on this payroll tax bill.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Andrea. Look, if I were asked the question, I would be very upset with the Congress. I am upset with the House of Representatives, and I might add the filibustering that's taking place over in the Senate. The fact of the matter is there is not an inability to do what needs to be done. All of us have the ability to do it. There is an unwillingness on the side of my Republican friends to stay away from partisanship, and let's do what's in the best interest of the country. The President told us all before the vote that if we were to send him this bill, he was going to veto it. The leader in the Senate told the House before the vote that they would not take up the bill in the form that we were discussing it. Yet, they loaded it up with these poison pills, put stuff in there that they knew would be offensive to the White House and to a majority of the Senate, and passed it anyway. I might add, 14 Republicans voted with us who opposed this bill. Now, I know there were 10 Democrats that voted for it, but the fact of the matter, you might say, there's a bigger bipartisan vote in opposition to it than there was in support of it.
Congressman, are you willing to support the pipeline if that ends up being in this compromise? The pipeline, which was one of the things that was added by Republican advocates of the pipeline from Canada down to Mexico.
I'm very much for the pipeline. It's not that. But the pipeline is important enough to stand alone. It ought not be in this bill. We need to have
should the president veto the payroll tax extension if it does end up having the pipeline in it?
Yes, I think so, but not just because of the pipeline. They're also lopping off about 40 weeks of unemployment insurance. So even if the pipeline were not there, I would still vote against this bill and would advise the president not to be for it.
Congressman Jim Clyburn from South Carolina, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.